my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven, it found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me for good. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend. Inside your self-righteous symphony, I would rather let this go than to bring it up again.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Burly Fishing Podcast. We are so excited to be back. I feel like we've been gone for several years. Paul, how long were we away? Was it 1 week?
14 days.
14 days. Good grief. We missed you guys. We missed you so much. Hopefully you enjoyed some of our random shenanigans that we were posting about. We went live on Instagram a few times. I don't know if you guys follow us there. You definitely should, because we're going to start doing that a lot more because it was a ton of fun. And it's just like this. We get to hit you up and chat. It's so enjoyable. So, hey, welcome back to another Thursday live with us. We're excited to be here with you guys. And we have a very special guest for you in Derek Horner from Anglr app. What's up, Derek? How we doing, man?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, brother. Derek skated out early from softball practice and told all his teammates that they were losers, and he was going on a podcast, and he's super cool, right? Totally.
Well, actually, I'm a coach, so I had to tell all the other coaches that I was bailing.
Oh, so you told the other coaches that they were losers, and all of your players were terrible too. Cool.
Yeah.
Got it. So
I was actually about to say, like, softball practice for adults is just beer and hot dogs. Like, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
this is different. Sure. Okay, we're back.
So Derek left a party to come hang out with us losers. I'm catching on. I'm catching on. All right. So yeah, we're excited to talk to Derek about Anglr, but also about Derek. We're gonna get to know this guy, this man, the myth, the legends behind the Anglr app. Hey man, I'm just gonna build you up a lot before the show even starts. So I mean, no pressure, just live up to it. All right, here we go.
Walked me out the cliff already.
He's like, yeah, so I fish sometimes, no big deal. No, he's got tons of cool stories he's going to share with us today. It's going to be awesome. We were talking to him a little bit before the show. And if you guys don't know this, we were on the Anglr podcast a while back now, I think a couple months ago. That was a ton of fun as well. But we got some stuff to hit before we get to the fun part, you guys. Of course, if you like the content, be sure to subscribe, but also smash like on this specific live. That helps us out a lot. And if you could share this with your fishing friends right now, so they can hop on live with us and hang out and chat, we'd appreciate that very, very much. You can also hit the notification bell so you know when we drop more content, and then hit us up in comments. You can hit us with a super chat if you want to support the show. We appreciate you guys so much. And of course, you can join our members. We have memberships on YouTube. So you can join one of our 3 main levels. You can be a Burly Bunch Elite, where you get cool little emojis and stuff, and you can do nice little chat stuff, and you get like a little badge next to you. You're going to see some of those in chat right now. You can join the Shark Deucers, which is our most popular level, I believe. And then you get access to some of our members only lives, as well as other cool features. And then at the Snorlax level, we'll actually bring you on the lives. There's a whole video about all this, so just go check it out. We appreciate you guys. You're awesome. I think we had something to catch up on here. We had some new members. Joshua Escamilla, Burly Bunch Elite, welcome aboard, my friend. Storm Wells, for re-upping again 3 months at the Shark Deuce level. You're awesome, brother. Thank you so much. And then we had a donation last week. You guys know, maybe you don't know, we went live on MB. If you missed it, oh man, go back and watch it, because Paul and I brought the party to the MB Live. I just want you guys to know. We're at 30 members now. Who just joined? Wait, is Whitaker back? Oh, yes, Chaz saved the day. You guys are gonna get a new emoji. I'm so excited. Thank you, Chaz. Welcome aboard, new member Chaz. You're amazing. Well, yeah, so we were on the MD Live. It was a blast. Thank you so much. I wanted to say this in our live. Thank you to you people for being amazing and getting on that live and like throwing questions at us. We felt so cool because, we were there with like Alex Rudd, we had Ben Noack, we had JC Dropshot, we had Rick, of course, and like we were getting questions. We were like, yes, this is so awesome. So we had a freaking blast. And if you missed it, go check it out, because Paul bought a bunch of Steel Reserve before we started the show, and it went off the rails shortly after. So that's what happened. But thanks to Paul's Approved Clinch Knot, formerly known as Sports Freak 76, for donating $5 in super chat last week. We missed you because we were on the live, but we weren't looking at our chat. So we appreciate you so much, man. Other than that, recap and some other stuff. Paul, what do you want to hit next?
Dude.
Oh, we got another one? Oh my gosh. How do I say your name? It's Josu Santa Maria. I mean, I can say your last name for sure. Welcome to the Burly Bunch Elite. I'm gonna call you. Mr.
Bro,
Santa Maria.
just brutalize that.
You say it.
I'm not gonna. I'll say it
Exactly.
right, and then you'll be like, no.
No, say it.
I'm gonna say Joshua.
I'll take it.
That's what I'm
I'll
going
take
with.
it. I want him to know. Thank you so much for joining Burly Bunch Elite.
You probably thought you were talking to somebody else.
Sorry
Derek,
for everything I said.
we told you the intros were long. We apologize, but we're gonna bring you here in a second. Just sit
we
tight.
warned Derek.
Yeah, we warned him, but he was like, "Yeah, it'll be like 30 seconds or whatever."
Roll the
5
show.
minutes later, he's like, "Just kill me."
I could be drinking on the field right now.
Yeah.
What is this nonsense?
So I do want to, as part of the catch up, I did want to say we posted a little bit about it on Instagram. You'll probably see some more of it, but there is going to be a promo video coming out. And it's going to be featuring not only Ben Nowak and Alex Rudd and Juicy Dropshot. Sorry,
Juicy. Sorry, I made that mistake earlier. You guys, I apologize. It is Juicy Dropshot, and also Rick owns that domain now, juicydropshot.com. That is facts.
And but it will also be featuring Jeff and I, which is really cool. Definitely, being relatively new to the whole deal, being able to go work with their photographer, work with Sam Moore Media, who is honestly a legit pro, and just posted an unbelievably cool video that he did with Maggie Joe Outdoors. I can't remember the other guy's name, but 2 anglers and Under Armour, and it's just like, it's unbelievable, and it's like right up his alley in terms of like unbelievably cool content that you should go look up. The Under Armour post that he put out there. It's just unbelievable work. But really cool to do that. We fished for 2.5, 3 days. Well, ultimately 3 days.
We fished every hour of all those 3 days. Not
4 a.m. wake ups, 11 p.m. put them downs. It was long days, man. We were getting after it.
That the 2 yak anglers fished absolutely no questions asked the most. I just want to say that.
It wasn't close.
But to be fair, JC went up 2 days early, and also Alex Rudd and Ben Nowak have been fishing before and henceforth after. So it's not really the same, man. We just fished the whole time that we were actually.
We also fished the day after them too. So, and I definitely stayed out till sundown.
Dude, we smacked them.
Oh yeah.
We did what? We gave the most roasting.
Oh, dude. No one's gonna come on a trip with us and escape getting roasted. I'm just gonna say it right now.
It's our love language, We love those.
Why can't you be dead?
We made that. So, nobody understood our song.
Yeah, I don't care. It's not. You don't need to get it. You'll get it later.
Irrelevant. So, by the way, you guys, there is a Monster Bass giveaway at the end of the episode, so stay tuned. $25 gift card to monsterbass.com. Look, Derek's even repping. He wasn't wearing this shirt before. I want to point this out. We were like, yeah, we were just wearing this. He was like, I feel like I need to put that on. And then he jumped over his computer and ran back and grabbed it. Amazing.
Like a boss. He didn't know what drawer it was in, though. I'm gonna be honest. I imagine like cartoon amount of like clothes throwing happening. Just exactly.
Oh, good.
So we're gonna add a new section of the show where we're gonna talk about some things that are kind of going on, relatively new
stuff.
Yeah, new things that are kind of going on. One of them is Sixth Sense is releasing a spinnerbait here pretty soon.
You guys hear this?
Which I think is actually pretty cool. It's sort of like outside of their wheelhouse, but I think if you've used anything Sixth Sense, I know I've got like 2 racks of stuff right back here. Everything they make is like top notch, man. So I'm interested.
We had a certain guest on the show. His name is Justin Royal. You guys should go check him out, like and subscribe. And I believe that I asked him specifically, why does Sixth Sense not have spinnerbaits? And he said, oh, well, everybody makes them, blah, blah, blah. He knew this was dropping. You guys know he knew. And he was just like, come on, man. Like, tell me afterwards or something. And then like not 2 weeks later, boom, spinnerbait. I love it.
You know that guy can lock it down. So tell us in the chat what you think of that the idea of a Sixth Sense spinnerbait, and are you going to get one, and what color do you want? Because I already know what color I want.
What are your thoughts?
I want that black and blue.
Oh, for sure. What do you think?
I mean, I'm excited to see it. I have a few of their crankbaits, some of their deeper divers, a few of the square bills. Really like them. I'll be honest though, it's got to be fire. I have a local guy here who makes custom spinnerbaits for me. So anything for me to buy in the store is gonna have to be pretty fire. But if Sixth Sense is gonna do it, I'll have to check it out.
Do you
if it's like on the level with those swim jigs? I mean,
yeah. If it's on the level with their Divine swim jigs, I'll probably have a few.
For sure. I love it. It's probably going to be some pretty slick colors. Yeah. See, Fishing with T-Rex is black and blue for sure. Candy Fiala, what's up? I'll get a few. Definitely. I love it. Yeah. I mean, I think they're going to be legit.
They won't give us a code, but I'll sell the hell out of them if they're as good as those Divine Swim jigs, because those things are legit.
Yep. Definitely excited to see what that's all about. So
The
that was really cool.
colors go. Don't sleep on a like cream white and purple belly. Don't sleep on it.
Oh, the purple. We've been like just purple freaks this year. Like purple has been banging like nobody's business. I have so many new purple things. I just picked up the Jaint Juice color from 6th Sense, which is chartreuse and like lavenderish purple, whatever. Amazing colorway, amazing. But yeah, I have all new like plastics in purple. We've got like the Nico Bates Morning Dawn colors for the Leech. And then I picked up some new purples from Z-Man for the Ned rig. And dude, I mean, just all day.
Morning
all day.
Dawn, bro.
Morning Dawn.
So I have a bunch of these really old spinnerbaits that have like, they're not tied on. They're
purple on there?
I'm gonna tie my own, and I have a bunch of natural materials. So I have like some of my own bucktails, and I have in that box.
It's so true.
Way up there, I have purple and green flash boo, and I'm gonna do a whole bunch of black and purple and white and purple and green. So I have I have literally 5 of these in 3 different sizes that all need to get re-upped. So all of those are going in the pile, and they all have white heads. So dude, that's exactly what I'm doing. Yes.
Does it hurt more after you put that much work in it to lose them?
So it's interesting. It's really sad, but the flip side is like the amount of gratification that you get is like so high that it's silly. I still have
like when you catch on it.
Yeah, I still have the first fly that I ever tied that had all materials that I either shot or got from like from my own game, other than the hook and the thread. Yeah. And I still have that fly. It's mangled, and I caught like 5 smallmouth on it. Just got absolutely obliterated. Yeah. But I'll never forget those 5 catches. I'll never forget that day. So, you know, because feathers for me and bucktail for me. So it's like, yeah, it sucks. But it's once you start tying, you get sucked into like it's more about making up your own thing. Like Jeff, you've seen some of the flies that I've made up. Yeah. Like remember the one that is like a wacky style, a wacky worm, and it's just
the Dill's pickle or something.
Pickle. It's braided. It's braided 50-pound fluoro. Yeah. With like black and bright like neon orange or black and chartreuse like pipe cleaner on top, glued in on top of it, and then the ends have like fox fur that's also chartreuse, and there's a big old like saltwater circle hook in the middle. Yeah, the thing is freaking deadly, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing this. I don't care what anybody says. Like, and it's just that's the fun.
Nobody said anything.
Yeah, no one saying anything but me, and I don't care. But like every time,
a living soul. Paul, I'm making this.
Showed that to Neil at the Painted Trout, and he literally like did not know what to say. So that's the only reason he didn't say anything. But it sucks to lose them, but the flip side of it is like once you start getting like make up your own stuff, like it's too much fun. I think personally, again, personal.
Yo, Candy Fiala in chat is doing some more topwater. Congrats. I just finally got my first frogfish of the year yesterday. It's been this long. I honestly haven't really focused on it, but now topwater is popping in Michigan. I went out and smacked like 6 or 7 of them on that Z-Man leapfrogs, the poppin' frog from this month's MB box. So you'll see a video on the MonsterBasS channel. Maybe tomorrow if I'm feeling randy, but probably next week. So I won't be able to edit it. We're moving. Have you guys noticed my office?
Yeah, there's no office.
Where did everything go? There's literally a U-Haul box right there. This is a joke. I'm moving Sunday. Yeah, you guys, if you get that pegboard, watch out because you're going to destroy your wall. It is a joke.
All right, so I really want to get some questions for Derek, but I also want to talk about autism partnering with Six Skill to do custom, really cool, custom done. They have 4 rods and 2 reels. They've got their Do you know what model their reel is based off of? The caster?
Which one? The bait caster is based off the hammer. So you guys, the brand is 6Gill Fishing. The funny thing is, I've been like hit and miss with them with with their products. I'm like, take it or leave it. Their spinning rigs I have liked, and I still have some, and I've used them for a long time. And the casting rigs, I never got into their reels really, but they do have the hammer. I've heard is like that's not the one I had that I didn't like. The hammer I've heard is pretty dang good, but they've got casting rod and reel. This is a partnership with Autism Anglers, who we also had on the show several months ago. These guys are awesome. We raised $300 from you, amazing people. Once again, thank you so much. All those super chats went straight to them. And then we, if we can support them in some other way, it'd be amazing. For every combo that they sell, $25 is going to Autism Anglers. So if you guys want to support them any more, you can pick up one of those combos. Again, they have a spinning reel and rod, and then they have a casting rod and reel as well. So you can pick up one of those. I picked up the spinning combo, which I'm pretty stoked about. I went for the 7.2 medium and the 2000 size reel. And it's a really cool setup. Go to 6Gill Fishing. It's like right on their main page, or you can look under 6Gill Cares. And it's again, amazing collaboration. It's the primary colors, like multicolored rod and reel combo with the puzzle piece, which is the logo for autism, and the infinity symbol. And it's got Autism Anglers like right on there. So really cool company. Again, if you guys remember the Autism Angler episodes, these guys are amazing, and they're doing great stuff. They hold tournaments. They do all sorts of really cool things, giving back to the community. So if we can give back as well, and if you guys want to go get some sick combos, full disclosure, it's a pre-sale, so you're not going to get that combo for like 6 months. So just bear with it, but totally worth it. I picked up mine. If you guys want to go pick them up, check them out. All right. Now we should probably do Q of the D.
I'm skipping all the other stuff. That was our,
that was
our
important.
15-minute intro. Garbage. Apologies.
Sorry, Derek.
Thanks, Derek. I know you dipped early to listen to us BS for 20 minutes, but so the question that we always like to start the day with is, it's called the Q of the D. It's the question of the day. I like to put it that there's no like incorrect answers, but answers can be like more wrong. You can be not correct. So okay. You'll see what I'm going here. All right. Would you rather catch a Goliath grouper somewhere in Florida, or would you rather shoot an absolute monster moose somewhere out in Alaska?
Oh, this is easy. Oh, it's a cakewalk. My dream hunt is archery hunting a bull moose.
Ooh.
I know my guess. That's awesome.
I honestly wasn't sure which direction you were gonna go, but I can vibe with that. I see where you're going.
It's got to be archery. I wanted it like 20 yards. I want to be staring death in the face and execute.
If you miss, you die. If you miss, you're dead.
There's a possibility, bull elk or bull moose charging you is not going to be a good time.
If you miss, you alert him to the direction you are in. And then he's just gonna trample you.
No, bro. Then you do like what was that Vin Diesel movie? Like Perfect Dark or what like Dark
Perfect
where
Dark
he's
is an N64 game.
You know what I'm talking about, where there's the monster and he realizes. Yeah, Chronicles of Riddick. Whatever it is.
Riddick?
You see what I'm talking about. But like he has to stay right in the middle of the monster and it can't see him, so he like does his thing.
It's pitch black.
Okay, so I was even closer. So everyone get out of here.
Nope, pitch black. You guys, chat, hear me out. Pitch black, Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark, not that far off. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like that's a moose.
Pitch dark,
I feel like if you miss, like you gotta get like right up in its face and be like, I'm not even here, bro. You can't see me.
I'm turning and burning.
Yeah, he's not gonna stare down the moose like
1,500-pound moose, just like.
Right.
It might sneeze and like actually kill you.
Do you guys remember that scene was actually nuts? So first of all, Chronicles of Riddick, trash movie, but Pitch Black, pretty amazing. And when he like just gets in the creature's face and like just moves with it, that was pretty dope. That was a pretty dope scene.
You feel me?
Fish in the Southeast. Yes, there will be a new studio tour. I'm gonna try something with you guys. You let me know, please, in the comments if you like this idea or not. But as we're doing the move in, I got a little gimbal off of Amazon that I'm gonna try and use with my nice camera.
Stick with a camera on it.
It's a stick that makes the camera not do this. So I'm gonna try and shoot like that. We'll get you like some vlog style videos for the move-in and the build out and all that jazz. And maybe we go that route. I don't know. I see a lot of cool YouTubers doing it, so maybe I'll do that too, you know? Emulate them and see if it works. If you guys like it, just let me know. How about that? I trust you. I trust you. Yeah, I know. I've seen all of them.
We're lumping them
I'm a
all into
major
trash.
fan of the character. Don't worry.
So Derek, tell us a little bit about where you're posted up, and also, and this is probably a long-winded answer for you, but how did you? We ask everybody, how did you get started into fishing? How did fishing become like part of your world?
Sure. I'm posted up in State College, Pennsylvania. If you don't know where that is, it's literally, if you were to point at Pennsylvania and pick the middle, I'm right there. You can't be more than like a couple miles off. So dead center Pennsylvania, little town here, and then there are a bunch of mountains and some lakes nearby. I got started fishing with my grandmother on my dad's side. Her mom had a pond growing up, and I actually did get to like go fishing with my great grandma when I was a little kid. So we'd go over there. Lord knows what I was throwing, but I have a few pictures of me. One of my favorite is me in like a tux. So I don't know if it like was like a family wedding or a reunion or something, but I'm in a little tux. I'm like 4 or 5, and I'm holding up this bass. That's how I really like got started, I guess. Like now, that's not seriously, but like that's the first memories I have of fishing are with my great grandma, and my grandma at their pond. To get serious with it, when I was about, I think I can actually give you an exact age, 13. My best friend fished a tournament with his uncle. I had no idea that tournaments even existed. Well, they got second, and he came home with like $400 cash. Mind you, I'm 13 and he's 12, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're telling me that you got that for catching fish? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm doing that. So I really started to like dive headfirst into it. Bought my bass membership, started reading the magazine, started reading Wired to Fish articles, started watching Tactical Bass when they were early on, just like soaking in information as a young adolescent teenager. Joined a local club, Tyrone Bassmasters, when I was, I think, 15. And I actually won the second tournament I ever fished. Pure luck. Had no clue what I was doing. Throwing a swim jig on some bushes in the river and just happened to run into like 2 4-pounders, and it was enough that when I filled out my limit, I won.
Wow.
Yeah, it was exciting. I won money. It was cool.
Yeah. Boy's natural, Paul. He's natural. I love it. I just want to say it's refreshing to hear somebody say I learned fishing from like my grandma. Like everybody says my dad, my dad, my dad, my dad, my dad. Like who you hear it so often. So that was refreshing. That's so cool. You had a kick-ass grandparents. Kick-ass grandma.
Yeah, my grandma, like both my grandparents, like both sides have been awesome. My grandma on my mom's side took me catfishing growing up when I'd spend time up with her. But my grandma on my dad's side that taught me how to fish really lives like 5 minutes down the road. And she actually taught me how to play video games too when I was 4. 64, Atari. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
Dude, what a rip.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not kidding. I'm not making any of this up. She taught me how to play video games and how to fish. Grandma.
All right, so hang on. So how old are you?
Actual angel.
Yeah. How old are you, Derek?
I'm 26 soon, so 25.
Okay. And how old was your grandma when she taught you how to play N64?
Let's think. Probably in her mid 50s.
Ballin'. But N64 is
so
probably
dope.
N64 is probably like an older thing for you though at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't like new.
Yeah, you're at the tail end of that.
When I was 8 was a PS1.
And you were at the tail end of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was right towards the end of it. It was what I wanted for Christmas. I wanted a console, and my parents did the PS2 at like $150. Was way too expensive.
Yeah. Bro, you're looking at the guys that grew up on literally every era of, except for Atari. We were like from NES, like the modern era of video games, like I had all of those like when they were new. The NES,
Oh, $300
SNES.
PS2.
Yeah,
I missed it by like that much.
yeah.
Dude, you're living in the golden age. Get out of here. You
Yeah.
had all the Zeldas already available to you at once. Let's not even
Yeah.
talk about this.
In one place.
It's ridiculous.
I still have never beaten one of those, to be honest. I can't.
Bro, my brothers and I used to compete to see who could, during the school week, beat it in less than 3 days.
Okay. New plan. Let's shut this thing down. I'm flying to you.
All
You're
right.
gonna teach me how to beat that thing because I have hours, days, years logged trying to figure it
So
out.
specifically, which one though? Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time I can do in 3 days. I could do in 1 day if it's like an
Here's
adult.
what you need to understand, Paul.
Here's what you need to understand, my guy.
Oh my gosh.
No problem. Majora's Mask, that's probably a 2-dayer, maybe a 3.
This is
Depends on how much monster energy is in the fridge.
All right, let's do it. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Just not that.
You're not that guy. Oh, stop. Chaz is going to cheese it. He's going to cheese the game.
Not going to happen. All right. So you talked about getting more serious into fishing and about like doing your first tournament. But that evolved into way more than like accidentally winning a second tournament. So like what's the progression from that into sort of like where you eventually went?
Sure. So, like I said, second tournament win when I was like 15. Fished the next year as a co-angler, and then 17, almost 18. Decided that I did not like being a co-angler. There was too many tournaments, and like I had lost the Angler of the Year by like 2 points the year before as a co-angler, but we had our whole club did AOY. So like the last tournament, I only needed to catch a limit. I got stuck with a guy who was like 76 and didn't want to leave the ramp because it was a scary river and he didn't want to hit floaters. And like I decided then and there that like I am done co-angling because I'm not in control.
Well, I need to interrupt you though. So we got a lot of kayak fishermen. We got fishermen across the spectrum, right? New, very experienced. Explain the difference in being a co-angler and being the boat angler.
Right. So a co-angler is, for lack of a better term, the guy who stands in the back of the boat, makes no decisions on where to go, is only allowed to bring certain amounts of gear, and basically just is along for the ride trying to catch fish as the boater does his thing. The boater, being the guy who runs the boat, makes the decisions, pre-fishes and finds all the waypoints, can bring as much gear as he wants, me having both rod lockers full of gear instead of rods, and is in charge of basically like, where and when you're going to different spots throughout the day. So believe me, like a co-angler is way more stress-free. You just kind of like when I go co-angling now, I just say like, I'm just going to go fun fishing, and wherever I end up, I end up. Where when I'm a boater, like I'll put 4 or 5 days of practice in. I'll have a game plan A. If that's not working, a B, a C, a D. Like it's just a whole different like mental game getting ready to be a boater as opposed to a co-angler.
And being a co-angler is kind of like the gateway ultimately to being like, it's proving your way that like, no, I can fish off the back of the boat. I can do well not making those decisions, and ultimately kind of proving to, whoever you're fishing under that like, no, like I'm ready to be a boater.
Right. So when I felt like I got there, I had won a few more tournaments with that club throughout the 3 years that I was a co-angler. My buddy that I was fishing with, who kind of showed me that you can make money doing it, he was doing well. The year that I lost AOY, he actually won it. So he got first, I got second. And so I said, all right, I'm getting a boat. He had just got a boat the year prior, and his parents were literally, like, we were still at the age when he got his boat that like we couldn't drive yet. So his parents would we'd wake them up at like 4 a.m. and be like, you're taking us to the lake, drop us in, pick us up at dark at the ramp. So we'd spend all day out there, but finally got my boat. And those of you who are co-angling now and thinking about getting a boat, like it is a massive transition. That first year, like going from I'm just going fishing with this guy and we'll fish wherever he puts me to like, I don't know where to start and need to like figure this out. It's definitely a great way to test your mental capacity on actually like understanding a body of water, even if you've only been there for a day or two. What stage are the fish in? What baits do I need to be throwing? What areas should I be targeting? Like it changes the whole game. So that first year was definitely a massive learning curve. And then getting into like the 2016 summer season, I joined the Penn State bass fishing team. Was the team captain of the Penn State team all 4 years at college. Traveled the country fishing with them. Got 19th in my first college tournament, which wasn't exactly what I wanted. I had lost like a key fish at the boat, getting the net under it. Like, it would have definitely put us top 10 and qualified us for the national championship there, but that's the way it goes. Ended up getting 5th in my third college tournament and qualifying for the conference championships on the Chesapeake Bay, which was my first time experiencing tidal water. That whooped my butt. I think I caught one fish all week, and it just happened to be a 3.5 pounder on Derby Day. I'll take that, but it definitely kicked my butt. And I've gone back there plenty times in the years following, and just like when I start catching fish, I don't stop because they made me so mad.
That's awesome.
And my 2017 summer is when I really found like my groove, I'll say. And believe me, like my groove has definitely fallen off since then. But I won the Pennsylvania State Championships through the Bass Federation. I won a college tournament up on Chautauqua Lake in New York. Qualified for the national championships. Won a few district events through the TBF, through like adult series clubs. 2017 was like the best year for my bank account in college ever.
You didn't have to worry about gas.
Right. Well, yeah. And honestly, like, because I fished for Penn State was covering a lot of our expenses. It was great. It was a fun year. I went to Alabama that year. I went to Florida that year, Louisiana that year, Tennessee, Virginia, upstate New York, Connecticut. Like, we were traveling all over the place, just living life my sophomore year of college.
Yeah, so you were like 19, 20?
Yeah.
Shoot, son. Also, P.S. Cheers to Paul's Improved Clinch Knot, formerly known as Sports Freak 76, for a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. He says, sorry, I was catching some dang hogs. How'd you do? I'm not going to repeat your entire screen name because it's really long. Let us know how you did, man. Like, what'd you catch? Sorry,
I want to proceed. See some hogs. But
I need to see them hogs.
A little bit deeper past that. So, like I said, team captain of the Penn State team, fished all 4 years of college, made one conference championship my freshman year, and then sophomore, junior, and senior year made the national championships. First one was Wheeler Lake in Alabama. The second one was the Red River, which don't go there, in Louisiana. And then the last one was the Potomac River in Maryland. Again, I miss college fishing more than anything in the world. It was so much fun. Big stage, companies giving you stuff, awesome opportunity. If you're going to college, see if your school has a club and join. Because, I've made my best friends. They're still my best friends from that club, and traveled the country fishing. So it was a pretty good gig. And full circle, it's how I got my job.
Nice.
Yeah, so how did that happen? Well, yeah, how did that work? I have other questions about fishing in college, but how did that work? Like, so everyone should know, you are and tell me if I got your title wrong here, but you are the content manager for Anglr, correct? And that is your full-time job.
Yes. Yeah. So I got the job through Anglr because my junior year, Anglr reached out to us as a local company. In the fishing world, they're local. They're from the same state, which, like, for the Northeast, anything being up here, they're local to me. They're based in Pittsburgh, which is only like a 2-hour drive away. They decided they wanted to sponsor the club and give us all buttons and bullseyes and shirts and hats and etc. Help us cover some jersey fees, get on the jersey. And as the team captain, I had to meet with them, approve these, different items, and make sure that the club would benefit correctly from giving them the promotion that they were looking for. Through that, my senior year, they invited us to come work the Bassmaster Classic for them. And that is where, going down, we were releasing bullseye, like, nationwide. And our job was to get people to join the wait list and sign up with their email so we could make them buy our stuff. So I studied the crap out of every PowerPoint that Landon sent me at the time. And like I said, it was my senior year. I was finishing up an internship. Real quick, full circle. Really big fan of the 6-Go rods. I actually graduated with a degree in special education. So, you guys, all care, go check those out. I pre-ordered mine already.
Nice.
Really excited about that. But anywho, on my way down there, studied, knew everything I was doing, was finishing up my internship, so didn't really have a ton going on. Got down there and just like sold like my life depended on it, because in my mind I said, if I'm ever going to get a chance to actually be in the industry and work, this is it. Like, I'm either going to meet a company down here or Anglr is going to be the company, because like I don't know how else you get into the show with that pass without that. So it was awesome. They offered me a job like the next week. Nick at the time, one of the co-founders, called me and said like, hey, do you want a job? And I was like, yeah, I do. So I gave up on the teaching thing for now. That was 3 years ago, last month, that I started at Anglr. Started out just like super small, running their social media. Quickly started to take on more and more roles with email, marketing campaigns, ad campaigns. And now I'm actually, the content manager needs updated. I'm actually the only one in marketing right now, so I kind of own it. I don't know what that means, but I don't know what my title would be, like just marketing. Just like
I'm gonna call you the marketing director for sure. It's got some prestige that's attached to that. I like it.
I mean, can you get a nice gold placard with that too?
At that point, like I need to like drink with my pinky. I'm like marketing director. Yeah.
You need to get a nicer. You need to get a nicer cup, bro.
Yeah, you need like a gold Yeti. They don't do placards anymore. They do custom Yetis. Ooh.
Bro, I want to see. It does. I agree. It needs to be Anglr yellow, and it needs to be engraved. Like, I feel like that's really what the world needs from you right now.
I know what I'm spending my budget on next month.
Bro, as the marketing director for Burly Fishing, I think that's what we're looking at.
Oh, hang on. Did you get a promotion today?
From marketing nerd straight to director. Yeah, bro. I just did
marketing
it myself.
nerd. That was your previous name.
I'm just gonna make it gold plated at this point.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, if it's the budget, it fits. So, talked about working at Anglr. And this is something that I think is hard for people to grasp, because brand identity does not relate to the number of people working at a company. So I've worked at companies. I worked at a place called Moose Jaw. A lot of people, if you're in like the outdoors, you're into like hiking, camping, that sort of thing, they're like a top tier player, in that industry. They only have like 6 storefronts, and they only employ, including warehouse, maybe 100 people, and they do all their own shipping and receiving and product testing. At the headquarters, I walked in expecting it to be like gigantic and expansive, and there were like 12 people working there, including customer service. Customer service is 4 people. I mean, they're doing all the purchasing, they're doing all the execution and everything. And it's that brand, though, in people's minds is like massive. And there's an issue there. So like when you're dealing with a company that is like a technology company, right? And all what were you, like, how many people work there, and was it a shock to you when you found out that you're going to be like one of X number of people?
It was a shock before I got the job, and I went down to the Bassmaster Classic and like met the team, and like I learned that like that's the team. I was actually the second employee, like non-founder, that they hired. Currently we're at 9. The highest we've hit is 13, and the lowest we've gone is back down to 5. So it's definitely a little fluctuating scale. Again, when I started, it was 5. So that was pretty cool. I had no idea what was going on. And honestly, like when I started Anglr, we were working. It was a startup at that point. I didn't really know what I signed up for. Like 16-hour days, no weekends. Like just like every day is important to keep the wheels going, because you're trying to raise a Series A.
Tell people what that means.
So a Series A is your first round of funding through basically like private lenders. So instead of going to a bank as a business and getting a bank loan, it's a lot easier to get more for bang for your buck to go to private lenders, basically rich people who have a bunch of money, and convince them to give you money. So while you're trying to prove your worth, you spend a lot of time just building data, building all sorts of different platforms to get your voice out there and further your audience reach. You have to be turning some point of sales in, and like you're basically reporting everything to these people that you're trying to get their money.
You're going to prove to them that, like, yes, we only are a couple of people. And no, we don't make any money right now. We cost a lot of money to show up and do this. But there's a big but. Look at how many social media platforms we have. And every time I post, I'm getting 7,000 or 8,000 people or more, or whatever it is, to see this just here. Now look at Facebook. Now look at Instagram. Now look at TikTok. Now look at whatever. And then you go, I have like an email list of 12,000 people. I can just go right into their phone tomorrow. And then you go, and every time I do that, here's what I can generate in sales. And we've only been doing this for a year and a half. Can you imagine if we had $500,000 of your money?
Maybe
right?
you.
I mean, yeah,
exactly.
I wouldn't give you money off that pitch, but it's pretty close.
Just saying, 3 out of 10, your pitch is garbage.
I'm a marketing director too. Okay, like let's be show some respect.
Well, if you're a marketing nerd, more
I'm
like
the marketing nerd. All right, this was fun. I had a 14-minute run.
But yeah,
no, out of here.
We were working crazy hours for it, and honestly, like there was a few times that I was like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, because like start doing that in like 3-4 months in a row where you're just like, I don't know if I slept yesterday, I don't know what I'm doing today. I just like wake up, sit down, and start doing things, and then all of a sudden it's dark outside, and like you start doing that long enough. So finally I said, like, I need a week. Like I need a break. And then you go and start talking to people, and like what you don't realize when your head's down that far for that long is like how much progress you're actually making. I still remember to this day the first time I went to a local lake here and saw a dude that I've never met before, didn't know, with one of these on his hat. Like pure elation, just like, holy crap, that guy has no clue who I am, but I am so excited to ask him questions.
You just rolled up on this dude. You're like,
tell me more.
What is that thing on your hat?
What is that?
Did you ding any today? What's up?
All right, dinging, dude. Are you dinging?
It's funny you say that, and it's a real relief to hear it, because I think a lot of people have experienced it without really knowing it. When you start a new job, and it doesn't matter if you're going to be like a barista at Starbucks or you're going to start your new, your third big boy job. I don't think anybody enjoys like being new, right? You look at that job, and it doesn't matter what job it is, but when you look at that job and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know if you're doing good, bad. You know you're not doing good. I'll just say that. You know you're not going to do good. And it's really cool to like, because I think a lot of people have like the fishing industry, and pretty much every industry that's like connected and mostly marketing, like social media, and is all about reach, is like kind of in a big transition where people are starting to see the value of an Instagram account. They're starting to see the value of somebody who can edit. They're starting to see the value of someone who can sell without being like salesy. And it's changing. And I think there's a lot of people like doing that job that don't even know that they're actually doing that job right now. Right?
100%.
And it's there's a lot of people who are trying to do that job and don't know if they're doing good or not doing good. And it's cool to hear somebody who was like, especially your age, like to hear somebody who was like your age recognizing that, like, I was in a startup. This is what it takes to be in a startup in an industry that is like completely changing, like going from like the old model of like pay all the pros lots of money and then we'll sell all the stuff, to like, no, we need to pool on our own, and we need to bring in people that are cool to us, and then we will sell ourselves. Like, that was a big shift for fishing, for duck hunting.
There's a ton of companies that are behind the 8 ball on it right now, and I won't list any of them, but like the shift is already.
Listens to our show. Let it rip.
Yeah, burn it down.
Not burning any bridges. All industry, tiny.
There you go. Smart play. I respect it.
But there's companies that are out in front of it, and there's companies that are behind the 8 ball on it that have actually reached out to me, the contacts that I have, that are like, okay, we know that this isn't working anymore. It's clear based on ROIs that like it's not happening. So it's a ton of fun being able to like say like this is how I've done it. It's not perfect, but to start. But so for everyone watching that's like, holy crap, they were talking so much about work. Let me say, best part about my job is I get to go fishing and like get paid for it.
Bro,
Man,
Takeover Tuesdays is such a hack. I'm so pissed about it. In a good way. I mean that in like the best way. Like you hack the system. You're like, you know what I could do? If I do Takeover Tuesdays, it's like I can do it social media. But unbelievably weirdly, I fish for 8 hours. Bro, don't even come at me with that. That's ridiculous. On another level, dude just made up fish on your own day. That's incredible. I'm in awe, and I'm definitely a marketing nerd, and I have things to learn. I get it now.
Taking the day off, man.
That was honestly not how I wanted it to go, but that's what it's transitioned into.
Sure. But I mean, it can definitely work. And we've actually done it with Monster Bass. Like Monster Bass will start to do more takeovers like that. And we got the opportunity to like kind of do it the first time. And then we like, we're going to work out the kinks and then we'll do it again. And like Paul was running the MB, Instagram, and we did some lives and stuff the whole time we were at Houghton Lake. Which is a lot of fun. So we'll probably do more stuff like that as well. But dude, it's a great idea. And then you just get people on your team that you know and trust, and you like their content. And they're not gonna be an idiot on your channel.
They do them on the weekends when I'm usually fishing tournaments this time of year. Honestly, like that's why I do the weekend takeovers with the guys on our team, is because I can't be on my phone posting on social while I'm in a tournament. Mentally, I just can't handle it. I've tried it in the past and just absolutely horrible.
Yeah, 100%.
Can confirm. And one thing I will say though about Takeover Tuesday, like I think I reached out to you for one of them, and was like, dude, you're doing an awesome job, because it meshes so nicely, like watching you kind of seamlessly and relatively easily use the technology that's within the app. So the ding, right? You show your whole trip. You talked about your catch ratio a couple times, which I just found out about like 2 months ago or a month ago. Like very recently, I was like, wait, I have one of those. And then doing the photographs, but also how easily you were able to share, like, here's the rod and reel I was using, like here are the baits that I was using, and like you're doing it like in a kayak a lot of times. Like I know you boat fish, but I've seen you do it in like a paddle kayak. I'm like, bro, if this guy can do it in a paddle kayak, like anybody can do this. Like, it's awesome. I just think it's a great idea, and it was well executed. I thought it was cool.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I missed this week. I got way too busy trying to knock some stuff out. I got a busy weekend ahead of me. We have a softball tournament that I got to coach at, and then I'm also in a wedding on Saturday, so like I'll be running all over.
Nice.
Are you gonna do a wedding takeover for Anglr?
Probably not.
What? Why? What could possibly go wrong?
I don't get it.
I'm just curious. I don't understand.
I feel like I'd just be so hammered that I would lose my job.
I mean, for sure you would. So
good choice. You yourself back.
I mean, totally worth it, and you would blow up on social media. Cheers to Rocka Blades for joining the Snorlax crew. Welcome aboard, my friend. Heck yeah.
Every time this happens, every time we get somebody new on one of the memberships, I mean, my spirit is like jumping for joy. I just think it's the most unbelievable thing. You guys are amazing.
It is. A bald eagle soaring above our heads. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Somewhere just howling in excitement. That's my soul.
You guys, when we were quote unquote way up north on Houghton Lake, we fished a few like smaller lakes, and multiple times we saw, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get you in a second, bud. Multiple times we saw the majestic bald eagle just soaring ever so closely to us. It was amazing.
We were on many lakes, bro.
We were on many lakes. Why are you gonna call it the lakes? You're ruining everything. I'm just kidding.
That lake sucked anyways.
We spent a lot of time in the Rifle State game area, actually. But yeah, it was funny. We had a place on Houghton Lake, and we got there, and everybody unanimously was like, "This lake sucks." And then we freaking bailed on the lake. Every day we'd get up at like 4 a.m. We drove like an hour and a half away. It was ridiculous. I was like, "Why are we here?" But Paul and I did fish Houghton Lake, and we fished the back channels, and we freaking smacked them. So whatever, we still made it work. But cheers to Paul's improved clinch knot, formerly known as Sports Freak 76, for joining / upgrading. Sorry, to the Snorlax crew. Thank you so much, brother. Also informally known as the Burly Fishing Hype Man. So that's your position.
Yeah.
You can put it on a placard. You can get
You
your
can
own
put that
custom
name
Yeti.
that good. Yeah, 100%.
Put it in your Instagram
Oh
bio.
my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah, no, 100%. Bro, what? No, Chaz. Yeah, Derek wants one too. Let's
Derek,
do it. All right.
are you gonna run one of these? Can we see one in the boat if we get you one of these?
100%.
Okay.
Dude.
I'll make you a deal. It's on Takeover Tuesday, guaranteed.
Oh,
Chaz, you got a rebuttal, Chaz?
To us, but still, I need to get one of these. I need to get one of these in our. I need to get one of these in purple.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
All right. Fine. I guess we got to do another custom Yeti order. But we're talking about Paul's Improved Clinch Knot, formerly known as Sports Freak 76. This dude's name was Sports Freak 76 until like the first couple live streams we did. And he instantly changed his name to Paul's Improved Clinch Knot after Paul started like hyping up that improved clinch. It was when Paul decided to die on that hill. He was like, you know what, guys? You know what's a great knot? You know what's a great knot?
No, that's okay. First and foremost, I want to clarify. You know what knot doesn't suck. Okay,
all right, that's a better description.
Everyone was getting on the improved clinch knot, talking about how it was just like it wasn't even good enough to be tied. And I'm like, bro, every single person that's ever fished has caught probably one of their biggest fish on that knot. So like, I get it. If you want to use another knot, if you think the other knots are great or better, that's fantastic. Good for you. Do not come at me and tell me that knot is trash. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's it.
Yo, I also want to say Rockablades just said he's been listening to our podcast for the last week. So started from the beginning. Ooh, sorry. All right.
R.I.P., bro.
Fast forward to 25 and you'll do better.
We appreciate you though.
Thank you so much, man. That's awesome to hear. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh.
I wanna talk a little bit about college tournament fishing. Because so Jeff and I have some experience with collegiate athletics. And
okay, I was like, where is he going with this? Because we didn't fish in college.
No, absolutely not.
We have never done a tournament.
No, there's like this. I was actually talking with my wife about this earlier. Like, there's this really cool thing that like when you're young, and by young I mean when like you're in your teens or like you're an adolescent, and you haven't like got out of either school or high school or whatever. When you're young and you figure out what it is that you like to do, like I mean like that you're super passionate about and like you know about it. Like so many doors open for you that remain closed to people who like don't know themselves well enough to know what like their passion is, or they guess wrong. They're like, I would love to be I don't know, what do kids go to, like, I want to be what's like the most common degree that people get and never use, like psychology. I'm going to be a psychiatrist, and you're like, bro, you do not want to be a psychologist. That sounds
liberal arts.
Yeah, we'll go with that. You know, like people get psychology. These like, well, how many like girls are like, I'm gonna get a psychology degree, and you're like, well, you're not gonna use that, and like neither was I. So whatever.
Never met one. Liberal arts is like
liberal arts. We'll go with that. How many dudes are like, I'm gonna make the world a better place, and you're like, I need to make money to do that, and you're like, well, whatever he thought was wrong, and so. But it's just like there's something that's really cool happens, and you like stumbled across it where you're like, no, I know what I like to do. And now I'm going to go do it. All right, I'm going to stop. Greg.
Cheers to Greg Lord. $5 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Buddy caught a muskie. Oh, you messaged me this, dude. This is awesome. So
sweet.
Buddy caught a muskie on a Ned earlier at the lake that Derek probably knows. What is the craziest thing, fish or other, that you have unexpectedly caught? I've got a good answer for this. But I do want to point out, Greg Lord, because you messaged me this, that you were using the Drop Dead Ned when you caught that muskie. So I'm just saying, holla at me. And I caught a double on that like a week ago. So I mean, for all y'all that thought I was like pranking you on YouTube saying like this Drop Dead Ned is ridiculous, it ain't no joke. It's sweet. It works. For all them haters out there. So craziest thing that you've unexpectedly caught. I'm going to throw out mine. I was on a rafting trip with friend of the show, Ted Cushion, who runs Flat River Outfitters. And I caught a sundress on the river in like 2 foot of water, like skinny water. And it was a 3X. And I was like, bro, somebody running around here naked right now. I just
It was a
freaking
3X.
it was a 3X. It was a sundress, and I was throwing what was that? I was throwing like super shallow crank, so a little square bill. I was just like cast retrieve, cast retrieve. I'm like, oh, got some. Reel it in. I'm like, oh, it was a stick, like was inserted through said sundress like a clothes hanger. Reeled that baby
Somebody
in.
thought they were being wise while they were skinny.
Yeah, they like took their
Just
sundress off,
took the branch off. They didn't pick a
put it on
stout
a
enough
branch.
twig, and there it goes.
It's on a video. It's on the channel. You guys can go back and see it.
Derek, what's the craziest bycatch that you've ever got?
So non-fish, it's gotta be a sock of a river
Ooh.
on a crankbait.
Get rid of that
It was a
immediately.
nice Nike dry fit, very nice sock.
It was until somebody had to go number 2 and they didn't have papers. He's wearing it. If that was the sock, I will send you $100. This is it. This is the one. It's my lucky sock.
Right, I don't have a sock on the other foot. This is my sock foot.
This is the only sock, man.
The river sock. No, I threw it back in, but it was it was a nice sock. As far as the fish catch goes, I mean, I've caught like every muskie I've ever caught is bycatch. Like I've never purposely done it. So like a weird muskie on a Ned rig, I'll say. Like
that's what happened here.
Yeah, it was like 35 foot of water, and I was dropping Ned rigs on schooling smallmouth under bait fish that I could see on my electronics.
Yeah.
And somewhere, somehow, a muskie was in my school of smallmouth. And when I set the hook, I was like, this is big. Really big. And it didn't break my 10-pound test because I hooked it like right in the corner of the mouth, and I brought it up, and it was a 42-inch muskie.
Oh my gosh, dude. What? That's so awesome. Poor Dominic McDonald just got timed out because he said the no word that we got. We made people get in trouble for. It's the POOP. Yeah. We had somebody like, what was it? It was like week.
They're spamming the crap out of us with
Somebody was spamming that word like week 2 or 3 of our lives. But anyways, Dominic, hopefully you're back. Sorry, man. He said he caught a bag of dog dew. That's pretty nuts. Rockablades, who just joined our membership, says, I caught I don't know if that's the right unit of measurement, but 24-inch woman's toy in the Puget Sound. I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
We're talking about a Barbie doll?
I mean, yeah, sure, totally. 24-inch Barbie doll. Chaz, you can't say that, Chaz. Chaz, you're going to jail.
Dude, Chaz already said it, everybody. He ruined it. There was some mystique until he said it. Now it's done.
They can't hear Chaz.
Oh, man.
They can't hear him.
Brutal.
Chaz, you guys know what Chaz said.
We all heard it. You know what he said. The mystique is gone. Thanks, Chaz.
Rockablade says no.
No. Wow, that is. I'm not even going to give an answer because it's irrelevant. Whatever I say is completely unimportant.
It's terrible, whatever you say.
That's amazing.
Unless you caught like a giant snapping turtle. That would be pretty cool.
I haven't done that yet. I have not done that
someday
yet.
It's going to happen. We see it will happen on every body of water we go to. Every single time.
So,
you have Chaz? Oh my
Chaz has got a snapping turtle. I'm jealous. Kind of.
Chaz probably ate it.
I do not want to. Yeah, I don't want to lose an appendage. I have grabbed a snapping turtle before, and I've lived to tell a tale. And I can still exactly.
Like, I'm fine. Did you just do?
Exactly.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it was your swim bait.
Woof.
No, that's awful.
How much is it worth to you?
It's definitely worth that.
$9.50. So I've got my question about college fishing, going back, way back in the Wayback Machine here, 10 minutes.
In the Wayback.
Where
before time.
You talked about like the school providing money, right? Like where did the boats come from?
We were not a school that had school provided transportation and boats. Adrian College does in Michigan. They have school boats and trucks, and I was always very jealous of them. Auburn has that. Dallas Baptist has that. Like South Carolina has that. Like there's schools that do. Penn State is not one of them. They care way more about football, rightfully so. So I mean, didn't pay their bills, so
Yeah.
Touche.
All of our money. So we got a stipend at the beginning of each semester, based on the amount of community hours we gave as a club. And then the rest of the money was actually fundraising money. So the team captain, started selling apparel, shirts, sweatshirts, hats. And that's where we made all of our tournament money, is apparel sales. I literally have a UPS gold card because I spent 4 years selling apparel, and like every morning and at night I would be going to UPS, which is about a mile down from where my apartment was. My roommates hated me. Half of my room, because we split a room, I claimed his half and was like, I need this. Like, you can have this little space for your bed in the closet, but like, I got all these boxes of stuff and they got to be here because I got to take them to UPS. So I'm like processing orders between classes, and but it was worth it because like we could turn around and pay for gas to drive to Southern Alabama and back.
So did you have like super cool, catchy phrases on said shirts? like what were these shirts that you were selling? I'm just curious.
Penn State bass fishing.
Oh wow! So you got really creative then.
Yeah.
Super.
This is the inaugural journey of his marketing career, my friend.
Yeah, you were a marketing nerd at that point.
You have since elevated.
With the name Penn State, you can't go crazy.
Bro, you're preaching to the choir.
Within their realm. So like, is this approved? Yes, but she needs to approve it. Okay, is this approved? Yeah, but he needs to approve it. Like, oh my lord. So it took a month to get approval, even on just Penn State bass fishing.
For sure.
I used to do the same thing. I was the captain and
MSU,
for the Michigan State Rugby Club, and so I had to go beg Michigan State for money for things like scrum sleds and tournament fees and jerseys and all that kind of stuff.
And they said, "Nah, loser, get out of here."
No, I made us a lot of money.
Sport sucks.
And then selling T-shirts, putting on tournaments, hosting tournaments. I think that answer, like using those examples on college resumes, like eventually got me pretty much all my jobs, because I think it was the one thing that I could say like that legitimately I could say like, no, I pretty much did this on my own, and everyone else that I worked with on this was a hindrance to my success, because everyone else was 7 and I had to be 33, and it was just very much like
so true.
Everyone is on rugby time. That means I have to tell them that you can be there at noon, which means they'll get there at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. Like, it's just that, like, and then they'll be drunk. Like, that's just gonna happen. I
just want to point out I was not in that camp. I was in the mature camp.
Yeah, sure,
9 times out of 10.
Most days.
Maybe 8 times out of 10.
It's just, I feel your pain, and I know exactly how much fun it is to go to a college board and be like, hello, I am on the rugby team, and I would like to put your extremely valuable logo on a t-shirt, and then they just tell you to go pound sand.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
So, are you talking live, Chaz? I can't.
I am now. Yes, I'll tell you what.
Chaz is talking live.
Yes, I had a very similar story with my fraternity.
I feel you.
If we ever wanted getting this cool name.
No, if we ever wanted to use Alpha Chi Rho, which is my fraternity, we had to talk to the national members. Then, if we get approved by them, we talk to another level of national members. Then finally we get to the president and that. So like it would take like 6 months if we wanted to do a t-shirt.
Awful. See, I was expecting you to be like, yeah, we're selling these crazy shirts. Like you had one of those like funny fishing signs, like fish naked.
No, so we
show me your bobbers or something.
So we went like half the time.
Like, ooh, next shirt idea.
Next shirt idea. Dude, that's what Oklahoma's Worst Angler always has in the back of it. That's the sign in the background. Go check out Oklahoma's Worst Angler, you guys.
That's a great guy.
So half the time we went with our unofficial nickname, which was Crows. like we're the
The
Crow
Crows?
brothers. Yeah, Alpha Cairo sounds similar to Crow, so we're called Crow.
Creative. Did your
yeah.
marketing nerd come up with that?
We've
Most
been called
likely.
back during like the early 1900s. Yeah.
What up?
Guy at a park.
But so like everything, like if we didn't want to get it approved by nationals, we'll skip out on the Alpha Cairo and just call us Crows, and add in the crap that would never get approved.
Yeah, Derek, you could have been Pan State. Pff, missed out, man.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't bass fishing, if it was just fishing, just do Pan State, and then like the logo could have been like a frying pan with fillets in it.
And then you could have asked if it was the Pan Pam dilemma, and it would have been a big deal.
Pan State fishing tourneys.
See, you should have had me on there. I know I'm only a marketing nerd, but I had skills back then.
Pan State.
Let me rewind real quick, just a couple years. I'll bring you into the team.
Hey, perfect. I'm ready.
Cheers,
but I will be needing fishing gear.
We will also need a flux capacitor, so let's make that happen.
So, tell me what was practice like? Like, what was tournament fishing practice like in college?
Stressful.
Really?
Very stressful, yeah.
So you'd be traveling early to like a location, right? So, I mean, not all of it was local. Most of it was not. And so you were going to Alabama and you got like, what, 4 days? 5 days total?
Yeah, 4 or 5 days total of practice. Like, having not been from there and knowing that there are teams literally, like, there was a host college for each event. So, like, you'd show up and it'd be like, Auburn University is the host school. It's like, okay, so every single one of their teams fishes here regularly.
Yeah.
I have never been here and have no idea what I'm doing. So, like, sun up to sundown, 5 days prior to the tournament of just, like, I am fishing my tail off. Graphing. Sometimes, Alabama gets hot. It's middle of July. You're graphing in 105-degree heat for 3 hours just out there like, this ledge looks nice. Click. This ledge looks nice.
You don't want to fish too much. Like, for people who tournament fish, like, you want to find out if there's a fish there, and maybe you're using a lure with no hook and just a weight, and you're waiting for bites, and you're like, okay, they're here. I do not want to disturb this fish because I want them to be here when I come back tomorrow at 5:30 a.m., right?
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, pre-fishing, it was stressful. A lot of the time, like, I usually spent the first 1 to 2 days literally not ever making a cast, just idling, looking for deep fish, depending on time of year, obviously. If they were up shallow, you do what you got to do, bend hooks, cut hooks, etc. But, those deeper tournaments in the down south, I got a lake here that I like fishing ledges on, so that was where my comfort zone was when I would go to a new body of water, is like, let's find deep fish, and I'll target them with scrounger heads, big jigs, flutter spoons, like, same way I would back then. Yeah, exactly like I would fish Raystown in the summer.
That's awesome. It's cool. It's cool that, like, how many people were on the Pan State team?
We can say
we're just going with that now. Pan State.
Our club, we had at most, like, my best year was our junior year. We hit 72 members.
Whoa!
But only we had to cut it down to a 15-man tournament team because, like, we had sponsorships with Bass Pro, we had sponsorship with Costa, Shimano, G Loomis, Power Pro, Jackal. They didn't want to give 73 college kids a 50-60% discount code. So we made it down to a 15-man tournament team. If you had a boat, you made it. And then it came down to community service hours. Whoever put in the most hours got to make the team. And, our tournament team, usually we'd have 4 to 5 boats traveling to an event.
And those are your boats?
Oh, yeah, personal boats.
So it's like, I want to be really clear about this before we get to Brandon Royce
We're
in
gonna
a
get
second.
Yeah.
I cannot express, like, club sports, you pay for everything. So boats, baits, rods, reels. Yes, you'll get some money to defray the cost of
some support,
jerseys, travel. You'll get excuses to get out of class, and you'll get to go do some cool things that you probably wouldn't have got to do otherwise, like related to the school. But everything is on you, and by you I mean just like the people who are doing this. And you're talking about boats, gas, travel, food, hotels for 5 days at a time. Yeah, I mean it is that is staggering, and I honestly would like to know how many t-shirts you sold, because holy
lot.
crap.
Yeah, it had to have been a lot, dude. Oh my gosh.
Penn State, you got to think there's 44,000 people at main campus every year. The Alumni Association is massive, and I have a few ins there. So basically, when I started selling them, I have a nice camera. I took some high-end images, and anyone who has ever fished ever and gone to Penn State was like, Penn State fishing? Heck yeah!
Nice, dude. That is legit. So real quick pause and cheers to Brandon Roysden for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Finally caught up on listening through the podcast. Someone just listened to all the podcasts? No freaking way, dude.
I want to apologize and then thank you immediately right after.
Several apologies. Also, many thank yous, my friend. This is, by the way, you guys, episode 69, and Derek was pretty stoked about that.
Is pretty stoked about it.
Yes, 100%. So he says, it seemed like a good time to join live. Thank you guys. So thank you very much. Also, I got to give this shout out. Are you freaking kidding me? We have a new name change.
I know.
So, unofficial Burly Hype Man _ still Paul's improved clinch knot. Who does?
Sports Freak.
Sports Freak? Yeah.
These are Costa Reeftons with the 580 glass lenses. These ones, I went with a blue mirror. I also have a pair of Costa Reeftons with a copper mirror lens that are 580 glass.
Oh my God, with the copper. He knows his stuff.
I use both. So literally when I go fishing, I have both pairs with me because water clarity matters a lot with what lens I use.
But you run the glass. Is there a reason? Tell us why you run glass.
Clarity. Pure clarity. Again, like I said, Costa was a sponsor of the Penn State team. I had some really cool opportunities through that. So I've had a ton of different pairs of sunglasses on my face made by Costa. The clarity from glass to plastic is enough of a difference when you're looking in clear water in 20 feet trying to spot a smallmouth that it matters, in my opinion.
That is... Yeah, I have a pair of the glass green lens of the Rhinecons, like but way bigger lenses or way bigger frames, and I always liked them. Like they're pretty heavy compared to like just on your face compared to like plastic is like the big down for me. But yeah, I mean, I am kind of not of great seeing ability, so getting a pair of Costas in glass with like RX optics not financially feasible, but we get support from our team at Waterland, so they hook us up with glasses, and luckily they've started doing prescription glasses, which is pretty cool. But they are plastic, they are not glass. I agree with you, it definitely like a big difference.
It makes a difference. Is it enough of a difference that like if I was just like a bank beater, is it worth the $100 that I could spend on glasses versus $100 I could spend on baits? Probably not. Yeah. But with how much I spend on tournament entry fees, if they catch me one more fish in the glass or the plastic lenses,
it's for itself everything. 10 times. Heck yeah, man. I love it.
That's
also a suggestion for a team name from unofficial Burly Hype Man _ still Paul's approved clinch knot. Penn State Knitting Kittens.
No, knitting kittens. Come on.
No, I had to like take the G off. Knitting kittens.
I like the N with the
knitting.
Yeah, that's really great. Kittens. Moving on. Ask me another question.
Where are the other questions? Oh, bro, we got a lightning round for you. Hey, you guys want to win some money? You guys want to win $25 in Monster Bass cashish that is good for everything except for the subscription? We could do that. We could do that right now. What do you think? Let's do it. Let's go.
Tell them how to go, because we got some new folks in today. So tell them what they need to do.
Fishing the Southeast already started out. Fishing the Southeast. If you win any more of our giveaways, I swear to God. Fishing the Southeast. Yeah, I feel like I have to just start sending Fishing the Southeast just like lures every single month, because he always wins our giveaways. We joke about it all the time. Oh my gosh, bro! I drew real quick before we do the lightning round. I drew the giveaway this week for the Cast King box full of lures, the 32 lures, and like you can just redraw like 1,000 times. So I get my winner, email my winner, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this just for shoots and googles. I was like, you know what? Let's draw again and let's see if it's it was Fishing the Southeast. He was second. It was the second draw.
Dude, what?
I was like, yo, and he had said in his comment that came up in my random comment generator, it said, I'm gonna win again.
I saw that.
Like, bro,
wow.
Fish out. You know what? Just DM
Bro's
me,
got
dude.
karma for days.
I'm just gonna send you something, dude, because you are super freaking lucky.
So that
you were saying, he goes, no.
So that everybody knows, if you're on the podcast, if you're just listening chat now and you want to win a $25 gift card, all you have to do is just chat, starting from when we said we were going to do the lightning round and the giveaway.
Yep.
For the next couple of minutes, just chat anything, something. Chat works just fine, and then you'll be entered to win. We'll do the random drawing here in a little bit, and we'll tell you how to win.
Paul, just so you know,
if you want to, go ahead, Chas.
I have a question specifically for Derek.
Well,
for the lightning
type it in or ask it. Go ahead. Go.
Okay,
Before
we ask, you guys, hang on, Chas. Time out. You guys can ask questions in chat. We'll try and catch it as we go. Chas is going to catch it. If you really want to make sure you stand out, you can do a super chat and support the show. Thanks a lot. All right, Chas, continue.
All right, so Derek, you have fished on Racetown Lake. Question.
Yeah.
Question is, what do you think of the supposed sea monster that's in that lake?
Ray? Can't be afraid of the Racetown Ray.
The Racetown. All right, so hang on. So they think that there's a manta ray, like a giant.
No,
manta
it's
ray
like Nessie from Loch Ness.
It's Nessie.
So, but you haven't caught it yet? Like, why not? Like, what do you need to catch that thing?
I mean, I've hooked it a few times. You know, when you're fishing those bluff walls and your boat's like 20 yards off the bank and you're in 110 foot of water, you hook something that definitely isn't part of the bluff wall. It's Nessie.
Is that probably why everyone keeps like a 12-foot, 600,000-pound test line cable just out there ready to?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just on a winch and they just drop it down.
Well, why do you have this 20,000-pound winch?
Why are you chumming? Why are you chumming out here? We don't chum out here, dude.
Hear me out, dude.
Hear me out, dude.
Well, I had to repower my boat. I needed a bigger motor in case I hooked her. I could winch her up and make sure I had enough torque on the low end. You know.
We got two Dakota Lithiums just for the winch.
Look, you know what? I'm just trying to raise money for Penn State bass fishing team. If I get a picture with this Racetown monster, it's gonna be great.
I love it.
Isn't there a catch reward of like $5 million if you were to catch it?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, there is a catch reward for it.
Yeah, but it doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, the reward doesn't, or the
monster? The reward exists, but the monster doesn't exist. It's like 5 or 10 million if you catch it.
Like I said, that's exactly what someone who's hunting it would say.
Yeah.
Ask a lot of money for a monster that isn't real.
Yeah, just keep saying that.
Let's just build one, or if we split this $5 million, like I'll wear a costume, I will be the Racetown monster. Like it's fine.
I feel like they're gonna want to dissect it. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh well, send the money to my family.
We gotta get these lightning rounds. Chas, your lightning rounds are slower than crap. Let's go.
Have.
That was it. Nailed it. All right.
Great question. Yes, next.
My favorite bait to throw there is a 1/4 ounce 3.8 Kitech in a shad to white based color.
On what? Like a jig or a chatterbait? What are we talking about here?
Well, it's a 1/4 ounce, just like swim bait head. Just your tip. Perfect. I use a round ball head. They're way cheaper than buying actual swim bait heads.
People need to know this stuff, man. That's a hot tip. That's a hot tip.
Here we go.
All right, so now
7.2 medium with a 2500 size reel 30-pound braid to a 10-pound leader.
What color?
3.8 in white, a 1/4 ounce ball head jig, and it's got a 5/0 hook in it.
Wow.
Okay, but share your waypoints from your
You
bullseye,
didn't even
okay?
mention exactly where.
Yeah, exactly where are you standing? How far do you cast?
What shoes? do I
What
need-
shoes are you wearing is important. Also, what shorts? Like, are you
This
in the
lady
water?
Socks. It's like 30 minutes long.
You have your one sock that you found in the water that one time. I got you. Guys, just get your lucky Nike Dry Fit socks like out of the water.
Those are premier socks, though. I'm gonna be honest. Those are the premier black above ankle sock of
It
choice.
definitely was not a doo-doo sock. All right, let's go with the lightning round.
All right, lightning round. So these are just relatively fast. If you need to clarify, go ahead. But then you're fired.
Relatively.
Do you keep a net in your kayak?
No.
Good man,
Flip or
sort
not.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the
Dude,
sentiment.
I have been thinking about that because I'm like, I'm so sick of dragging my freaking net out. I'm just gonna lip everything. Like,
Every time I-
Back to my car, flipped it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's my next one is biggest fish you caught out of your kayak or period.
The kayak is the 8-pounder a couple weeks ago.
In Pennsylvania?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
That's
no.
just silly. And that's why I don't do any tournament fishing where I know Derek's involved.
And that's why I quit. If Penn State is involved, I'm out.
if I see a Penn State jersey, I'm out of there.
I'm out of there.
Sorry,
Knitting
Chad.
kittens.
No.
No. Don't
Perez.
say it. You don't have to say
All right,
anything else.
specifically, where were you? What were you throwing? What was your setup? What were you wearing?
You can
Most
see-
importantly,
you can see it on
did-
Instagram.
did you have your lucky sock on?
Lucky Sock
Well-
was on. I was on the west side of Lake Perez, and I can give you the coordinates because that fish is long gone now.
Oh, I
'Cause
love
I,
it.
Later,
dude.
I caught my
Love it.
7-pounder on Lake Erie. That's why I was asking.
That's just silly. So,
Good
would you rather topwater explosion or a gigantic bass on light line?
Upwater explosion.
Jeff?
Just so much better if you see it. That was kind of a little twist there, though. I was like, man, fighting that in on light, like, because I know ice fishing. Like, if I get like a decent bass on like 2-pound test, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so scared this is gonna break, and it's just like ripping off the reel. I'm like, that's pretty sweet, but seeing it, yeah.
I
it's
jump
hard
up
to
and
beat.
down when I get a topwater explosion. Like I literally
Yes.
am jumping up and down while reeling it in. Like, oh my god, that was so cool.
Yes, yes, forever. I will never not do that.
I made a clip of me catching my first like 6 or 7 frogfish of this year, like all on one trip, and it's just me giggling. Like the whole thing is just me giggling.
It was. I watched.
Here's a very controversial question within our little tiny circle here.
Ooh, hit him with
On the
controversy.
sun shirt, right on the fishing sun shirt. Do we go hood or no hood? Wait, what? What was the answer?
Hood.
Ah, dang it!
Yep.
Son of
Just
a-
saying. Just saying.
Hard to disagree. Least favorite
Sup,
guest.
dork?
Least favorite guest of all time. Would you?
Good
Are we
lord.
talking on the sunscreen game? Are we talking? Are you a spray guy or are you the rub-in?
I'll be honest. I don't know how well you can tell. I'm pretty brown. I don't wear it.
Wow.
Oh no!
I'm
Paul, how does that make you
eternally-
feel, Paul?
It turned like inadequate and sad.
Nope,
That's
I agree with
just-
I
him.
don't burn.
None
it
at
doesn't
all.
happen.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
just chat.
Could you just imagine having a whole element of your life that you just don't have to deal with? That's amazing.
Paul,
All right.
Paul, just don't burn, dude.
Oh, I'll just stop doing that.
If
Yeah,
you
that'll
could
be
just
way better.
will your flesh to stop burning, you'd be
If you could
fine.
stop sizzling.
Yeah, bro.
Well, we don't go
Come on,
big sunscreen.
big
bro.
sunscreen owns you.
No,
No,
bro.
you know,
I can't
you know what
do
your
that.
mistake is, Paul. You know what your mistake is.
What's that?
You're not using bullfrog.
Oh, but I don't. Okay, next question. What's in your boat cooler on like a day trip? Snack or beverage or both? You choose.
Red Bulls? No. Hold on. Is it a tournament cooler, or is it a fun fishing trip?
We'll go somewhere in between. You want to catch fish. It's kind of important, but there's like not that much pressure.
Okay, water. Light. This is the Apple can BT Dubs.
Ooh.
Got to know a guy right now. Water, Bush Light, power bars.
Wait, which ones?
Power
Which power bars? Like the OG?
Blueberry.
OG. Okay, I feel you.
And then depends if I stop at the store on the way. Usually I like to get like a little like buffalo chicken wrap from Sheets.
Ooh.
What kind of cooler are we talking about now?
I got a Yeti. It's just a 40. She gets the job done.
Just
Bro, you're traveling with the right crew here. I'm a big proponent and always have been. I have fished myself to literal sun poisoning where I've just like thrown up because I just like not drink any water. I won't eat anything and I'll just die. So now it's like sugar-free Powerade and Gatorade. I gotta have one or two. Period. Like it's a cooler or not. Like I'm bringing it.
And we accidentally picked up like the full sugar Gatorades this week and we made a major mistake because it was a freaking nightmare. Like I felt terrible.
Too much. You know what is not a mistake though? Getting the Mountain Dew Baja Blast Frosty and bringing that with you.
Greatest decision we've ever made in our entire lives.
It was like super muggy. It was like 90 degrees, and that was like a just highly recommend.
That was lake number 3 of the day. Like we had been fishing since like
at 7 p.m.
Yeah, like we fished all day. Then we like skipped dinner. We were like later nerds, and we went and got Taco Bell. And then at Taco Bell, we got that Baja Blast slushy. It was amazing. We took it out on the water. That's when we fished Houghton, and we absolutely smacked them.
All right, favorite
catching fish that day.
Favorite Sheets item, fishing or non-fishing?
Favorite Sheets item?
Mm-hmm. MTO. MTO item.
For this one.
Yep.
Hold on, let the man answer. Jesus.
You get 2 of them. You get the crispy chicken. If you get grilled chicken, go away. It's crispy chicken or bust. Okay.
Strong opinion. I like it.
Red onion.
Oh, always.
Banana peppers. Boom boom sauce. Mayo. Honey mustard.
Yeah, I love this man on this one. All right.
Did I hear boom boom sauce?
Boom boom sauce?
I heard boom boom sauce.
Explain to me boom boom sauce.
Demonetized. I don't know if I'm in trouble or not.
No, not yet. YouTube has not figured out what boom boom sauce is yet. So please explain.
Boom boom sauce is not what you think it is. It's like a mayo hot sauce.
That's exactly what I thought it was.
I won't say this. If you like Chick-fil-A, don't take this the wrong way, but it's similar, sorta, to a Chick-fil-A sauce.
Could be misconstrued for a Chick-fil-A
Could be misconstrued for better than.
No,
right, cool.
It is better than, in my personal opinion.
All right, last ones. These are fast. What is your favorite 7-foot medium heavy workhorse bait casting rod?
Loomis E6X.
Too easy. I like it, and that is premium, and I do not have one. Panfish or walleye to eat?
Walters.
Oh, and then how are you preparing your wallies?
Oh, this might hurt you guys. We deep fry them.
Fuck. I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
Chaz goes, yeah, they do.
It's all right. Okay, so that is all I have for the lightning round, which was 27 minutes by my last calculation.
At least 48,000 minutes. We apologize. It is now 2022, and we're going to draw our winner.
Yeah, while we draw the winner, I will answer questions. I do see a couple that I want to go back and answer. But yes, Chaz, can you please roll us the giveaway?
Random squirrel?
Oh yeah. I see him in there. I still see him in there. Random squirrel. Here's what we need from you in order to
you're
claim.
Telling me a random squirrel got into our chat and won the giveaway?
Easily. Chat. Random squirrel, you are the winner. Try to give this guy his winnings, you guys. My word. Congratulations, random squirrel. He already knew what to do. Well, that's the Burly bunch. You should be elite. That is awesome.
Dude, you got me with that chat. I'm just going to see a squirrel now and be like, chat.
Well, maybe be the next. That'll be the next icon that I have someone design as a chatting squirrel.
Someone, you know who?
Yeah, I know a guy.
There's one guy.
There's only one.
There's only one man that can do this.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Congrats, man. Enjoy.
Yes.
We'll be sending that to you within the next 3 to 5 business days because that's how long it takes me to get that from the Monster Bass team. So we apologize, but it's coming.
So
boom, got your email, bro. Thank you so much.
So congratulations. Thanks everyone for sticking with us for the what's like slow lightning, like the slush round. I don't. It's very slow. Yeah, it was brutally the thunder round. It was slow.
I'm sorry, Paul. I just had questions specifically for the area.
I'm literally trying to close it out.
Save it for after the
show. Where should people go to find? First of all, Anglr, and is there anything No. I'm giving them all All right, are you the marketing director or not? I mean, you tell me. I don't know.
Superior marketing. Marketing nerd.
Anglr.com. Anglr.com. That's where you can find Anglr.
And if people wanted to, like, let's say, buy something from Anglr, that would be like a good bang for their buck. If they had like $15, like, what should they purchase?
What would one do? Oh, look at that thing. That's pretty cool.
I have it on my life jacket right now, and I will speak to this.
Yeah, so this connects to the app. Now this is actually one of 10 that's ever been produced, because it's a Daiwa one.
I'd say it's a Daiwa.
Well, he threw it. He smashed it. You guys saw it. They're on live.
It's a 1 of 10. I have the other 9.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a test that we never tested, so I just have them.
Nice.
But I like using them because they help me stand out a little bit. But this retails at $29.99. I often run little discounts, deals. If you take on challenges, if you complete things in the app, I guarantee you'll get some sort of discount code. This thing is awesome. Connects to the app. 1 click marks a catch. 2 clicks marks a waypoint. A press and hold marks a gear change in your Anglr app on your trip. Super quick and efficient. You don't have to get your phone out every time. It, changes the game. And it's way cooler than a fish hook on your hat.
Yeah, it's like very high-tech fish hook. It actually fits very nicely and has not. I have never had it fall off my life jacket. I've had it there for 2 or 3 years.
In that little pocket.
It's perfect. And also, if someone were to say, because someone asked this question, wanted to know more about how to use the Anglr app, I feel like I've seen you do some videos that are fantastically educational. Where would someone go to understand how to use all the amazing functions of Anglr?
So on Instagram, I have a highlight on the Anglr page that is FAQs. You can click that and watch every FAQ I've ever done, or you can go to Anglr app on YouTube, and there is a how-to playlist there as well. You'll get tired of hearing my voice, seeing my ugly mug, but I will explain everything to you.
Never.
These dudes listen to 68 episodes and are watching 69 right now.
Listen to 69
They're going to be fine making it through you.
Personal or at Anglr?
Both.
So the app for Instagram for Anglr is at ANGLR APP, Anglr app.
And they do some sweet takeovers. You guys were fishing with some folks, was like a month ago.
Yeah. Mine is Derek, DEREK, Horner, HORNER, fishing. I want to spell that.
We're going to take care of it. Don't worry about it. Chaz will have it up in the chat here.
It's FSSSSHHHHNG. Got it.
_1.
Underscore 01. 42069. Got it. Episode 69. That's a wrap. Oh my
God. If you want to see a dude go catch 9-pounders out of a freaking paddle vibe kayak,
joke.
It is silly. Or if you want to see him get on the boat with his buddies and just go lay hammer on some smallies, highly recommend you go follow him. Awesome dude to hang out with, awesome dude to follow on Instagram, and as you know, is just a cool human being. So Derek, thank you so much for making the time for us. I know that softball means a lot to you, and it was something that, I know you have a ton going on. We appreciate your time very much, so seriously, thank you.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you guys having me on. Had a lot of fun, and anyone who's watching, feel free to shoot me a message on personal or through Anglr stuff if you ever have questions. I'll be on the lookout for it. So thanks again for having me on, guys, and go drink some beers.
already ahead of you. Awesome, man. But so again, thank you so much to Derek for being on the episode tonight. You guys definitely go check him out. Check out the Anglr app. We appreciate you so much for hanging out with us again. We're back. We did the thing. We came back. We did a live, and you can join us again. Chaz, we're on for next week, right? Are we on for next week? Yeah, you guys should join us next week. We'll be here Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, same time we always are, and we would love to hang out with you.
We will also be announcing our schedule for the members only live.
Ooh, yeah.
We will pick that tonight, and we will announce it by tomorrow.
All right, so we got a members only live coming to you guys' way. We also are going to figure out a guest lineup. Don't worry, other guests will be on the show. We're going to figure it out. Otherwise, you can see Paul and I's ugly mugs and listen to our beautiful voices.
And maybe hear me comment and
ooh, and Chaz can talk too. Maybe Chaz will be our guest. No, we're gonna figure it out. We got more guests coming your guys' way. We got lots of cool things coming up this year. We actually have more trips lined up with the MONSTERBASS team coming up too, and we're going to y'all. I don't know if I've said that on the channel yet, but we will be there. So from the 20th to the 23rd, we're gonna be streaming, posting, doing all that cool stuff. We'll probably live stream on Instagram that week from iCast. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in with us tonight. Be sure to subscribe, smash a like, ring the notification bell, do all that stuff, and we'll see you next Thursday. Chaz, take us out.
Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall, and I found a way to reconcile, 'cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street, when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, 'cause I don't like the person within. Oh, I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day.